All right, guys. Is everybody? I apologize. Some more obvious. As usual. No, I'm not using an EPN. Let's see. Stream should be back up. Hopefully, it's working okay. I had to change the thing again. So, yeah. I mean, as you can imagine, the frustration is extremely high. Had a seriously bad allergy attack too earlier today. And yeah, I was near a couch, around a couch that had dog dander on it. Never met a person in my life, like myself, that highly allergic to these type of things. But yeah, what are you gonna do? Do I use a VPN? No, not while I'm streaming. But yeah, in general. Is the stream up, guys? Can anyone confirm? Let me try to refresh this page. Okay, we're good. All right, thanks so much, guys. Apologies again. So, I'll try to do this the best I can here. The main thing that I kind of am looking at right now is this blood diamond here, and I don't know. It could be a bull trap, it absolutely, or bear trap, excuse me, bear trap, and then we come up, or just kind of trend sideways for longer. Well, Americans can use MEXC. You check my link down below if you're in America or Canada or the UK or Australia. You get a free $20 bonus. But yeah, I mean, you got the blood diamond here, the 4-hour, and a little trigger wave right there. So yeah, I mean, similar to that area. So that would make us kind of come down farther. It could be if we pump up, I've seen it happen too. If we just pump up to, just break out of here, come up to 22.8, 22.9, that area, that potentially could make that go away and not confirm. It's a little tough to say right now. People have been talking about manipulation. Yeah, I could see that. On the daily, you do have the split RSIs curving up with the VWAP right here. And this one coming up as well. And yeah, you got the bearish stick right there. Very split RSIs in the 5 days. So the macro here still, I've talked about it a lot. I mean, this looks very bearish. Red dot, split RSIs coming down. And the 7-day, I believe at 8 days, printing a red dot. So I think these will bring you down. I mean, I think these will bring you down. Just a matter of time. It could take a week or two. It could take a week or two here, maybe a month, maybe towards the end of the month. But I do think March will close as a pretty bearish month. I think March historically is a pretty bad month for Bitcoin too. So yeah. And you have this guy. On regular candles, it's back now. It's been kind of choppy on regular candles. It's got an hour for it to confirm. So the more bullish case, I mean, money flow really in the hourly, here's what I wanted to show you. Money flow coming up here on the hourly, this VWAP coming up. And yeah, this trigger wave right here coming up as well. Yeah, that would probably bring us up. Yeah, that'd probably bring us up. Maybe this would just one that would bring us up. Or we could just stay in this kind of channel for longer, which you do kind of see. I want to look at a little bit more with the blood diamond. So this was a good, obviously a pretty good buy signal. Once this one confirmed go long, that was a pretty good long. Chased out all the people that shorted. There's a lot of people that just short automatically on this. I mean, even this one was a pretty good buy signal. I mean, you made a lower low, but then you came up. So it would be kind of where it would be like if you chase out all the longs with that low and then you come up higher like that. But they are here. Okay, that buy signal, yeah, that was a good buy signal. Most of these are buy signals. Most of these are pretty good buy signals. Aside from this. And those are generally, that was a buy signal. This, you can jump up, then down. I mean, this was in between. Historically, more of them work out well. In recent times, they've been more buy signals. My kind of gut instinct with the macro right here would be that you come down. Let's see. No, blood diamonds not to trap. Treasury done to shake out. Longs and pump to kingdom. Comment support. Yeah, maybe. that is potential. Potentially what would happen. VWAP coming down there on the 10 hour right there. And yeah, there's that right there. The 5 hour VWAP coming down. That one right there too. That could give you, nah, probably not a blood diamond there, but could bring you down obviously. Let's look at ETH a little bit here. You know, same channel, same thing. You know, just very sideways, just still in the same channel. I mean, you could kind of argue this would look a little bit more like a head and shoulders rather than a reverse head and shoulders, I guess. A little bit more like head and shoulders, but really not, you know, just it's just a sideways channel, just very sideways. You know, we're just still in that range, just messing around here. And, you know, looking at technical targets, you know, my guess, you know, 16 if you break up, and then obviously 1530 if you break down. Very low time frames would tell you you're probably going to break upward. 4 hour not printing a red dot yet. I think the 3 hour did have, yeah, blood diamonds confirms in 1 hour. I mean, that worked pretty well there. That brought you down. That brought you down. This is a buy signal. That brought you down. Buy signal. I would say buy signal. You know, just that pump up. Buy signal. Well, yeah, I mean, it came down. You know what I mean. There's significant moves down until it comes back up. So, yeah. And then if we look at kind of the high time frames, you know, the weekly printing the red dot, you know, similar to Bitcoin. And I think the macro is just really bearish on this too. You know, it really starts to come down here. So, yeah. What's up, Accurate Components Corporation? Appreciate you, man. Don't trade the chop, yeah, that could be good advice. So yeah, guys. Oh wow, got a nice turnout tonight. Really appreciate you guys. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at in ETH. So in terms of the short-term time frames, let's take a look at it, like more of the short-term time frames. It really depends what people did. I mean, you're still in this range. I kind of am feeling like, you know, I don't know. I feel like it might turn out to be a buy signal, and you come up to finally come up to these areas that we've been waiting for a while. But tough to say. Very boring day in the market. If we look at kind of, just curious about some, I don't know, headlines, I guess. Look at, you know, I just want to see. Everybody's saying home price. Everybody's bearish on home prices. So, I feel like that means we're going to come up a little bit, at least in the short term. Dead cat bounce, usually what you see. But if we look at like the ticker on CNBC here, mid-notch 4-day, you know, Nasdaq's down today. So we had that big jump, and then you kind of came down. The weird thing here, this is what's kind of weird. Usually when you see that big enough jump in the Nasdaq, usually that would have made me think we'd come up to at least 22.8 or something here. We didn't do anything today, which is kind of weird. With the NASDAQ, that's kind of surprising, at least in my opinion. Now you're starting to, in the post-market here on the S&P 500, starting to come back down. So my guess here, could be wrong, my guess here is that you're probably, start to come back down. Yeah, you're just toying around. I mean, you're at the same price you were in, yeah, I mean, this is November areas, I mean, even... this is just sideways. You know, we haven't done anything really since, it's May of 22, just a sideways general trajectory, sideways bearish trajectory for a while here. So that's why I'm keeping an eye on it. Let's see here, the Kelly Neal. Too much FUD for that correlated bounce. I'm only running bots so far. It's not actually trading. That's it. They're taking into account the colors of the RSIs. Yeah. To a certain extent. Let's see. I'm in the camp because of the hidden bullish divs in the daily and 4 hour. So the daily, yeah, I talked about the daily briefly. Daily just looks kind of good to come up a little bit higher. That's the main bullish case. Split RSIs, VWAP coming up. I can see that bringing you up to 23, maybe 23.4, this pocket, and then you kind of fall over after that. I think there's a decent possibility, but on the macro, I mean, things are a little bit conflicting, which means maybe a more sideways type of deal with that. More sideways type of deal. So, yeah. And then, so you're getting that little jump with the S&P 500. You got the NASDAQ right there. Yeah, this has been, we're just not really getting an outcome yet. Big bull and bear fight. But I think ultimately we will come down. It's just a slower kind of Yeah, slower kind of thing there. Weekly green dot after that. Maybe she's got a little bit more. That'd be interesting if we could come up into March this high and then come down from there. I kind of don't think that's going to happen though. But yeah, I mean, ultimately these high time frames are very bearish, but maybe slightly less bearish than they were because the VWAP starting to be sideways there, which is interesting. Asia's been pumping the market. Yeah, people have been talking about that. I don't know if I'm like the biggest believer kind of in that kind of view, that kind of notion, but yeah, maybe that if anything's able to pump it more. I mean, but in terms of like altcoin evaluations, yeah, I don't think these are gonna. That confirmed the weekly there for Cardano. I don't think these are gonna just magically continue forward. I think we're in for a rough ride ahead. I think we're in a rough ride ahead for Bitcoin. It's just gonna take, it's gonna take more time here. I mean, theoretically, you could wipe away all these gains pretty quickly here. $800 Ethereum, yeah, hopefully. I think you could go lower than that. Matic as bad as possible. Phantom very bad. Very bearish in those characteristics. The other thing I wanted to show you guys here is the 18-day. This, I feel like you roll over. This could be the sweet spot. Now here was a little late to be getting in, kind of your last chance. That was a nice good period there. But if you compare it to the NASDAQ, the 18-day, and it's a time frame not really anybody looks at, the 18-day here, that was your sweet spot. That was your sweet spot. You came down, that was a trajectory downward there. It's looking similar to kind of where we were here. You know what I mean? This could give you like 8 more red months essentially. Kind of like where I'm just curious about money 14. Let's see. Yeah, right there, which is interesting. And then that's a trajectory downward. We're not with the green or with the red Heiken-Ashi candle yet, which is interesting. So yeah, let's see. Green dot printing on 12-hour ETH bullish dividend 8-hour next time. So let's take a look at that. Yeah, it's a red dot. I mean, is this no, not a hidden bullish div, is that? No, so no real bullish div, just the dot. Yeah, maybe it's the big kind of bull trap with that 3 hour. A lot of people went short, and let's just punish them. Let's punish them for going short, and we just break out. But I don't know. It's taking its time here. What was the other thing? Let's see. 8 hour, that's a bullish div confirmed, yeah. A decent one right there, yeah. Yeah, then you got the bullish div confirmed. A lot of people went long now. Maybe they got scared away by the 3 hour. That finally plays out. So, yeah, I mean, we're still coming up here. Hitting some traffic right now, but yeah, generally still coming up. Let's see. And then Hmm. Scared to pump, yeah. There is regulation FUD. I mean, sentiment right now is kind of 50-50. I'd say more people got bearish because of, because of the regulation and because things were looking bearish on the macro. Now it's, kind of 50-50. Dixie coming down. Dixie looking a little bearish in the big time frames. I could see us coming back, 103, maybe a little bit higher for everything. That would probably bring the NASDAQ up just a little bit more here. Double top there, maybe. And then you kind of come down. Potentially, there's some potential there. Let's see. Oh, full moon tomorrow. I forgot about that. Let's take a look at that. Take a look at that. So yeah, the interesting thing here, I mean, this played out. They don't always play out. That one was pretty bearish. The new moon. That one was really freaking bullish. Wow. That was like nice coincided with, green dot, and then that's coming. I see a little potential for more pumpage here. I kind of do with the full moon a little bit, This would be interesting. Let's just do an experiment here. Full moon and then green dot in the daily. That would have worked out somewhat well, I think, when that confirmed. Up a little bit higher. That one, then you get the trigger wave, that worked out. Here, I wouldn't have taken that one because there's no dot below, but there, a lot of these are kind of towards like the end of the move. I mean, some of them you'll get it. There, that one, I've been waiting a while in this area. Well, stop loss, you made a lower low there, and then, this one would have been good. That one, that's interesting. But this is about to happen as this is coming up. Maybe you could jump up some more. Maybe you could jump up some more here. We're bouncing off the bottom of that kind of wedge. I mean, in terms of new, I don't know, divs or whatever, I mean, dump time, maybe. The blood diamond's the main thing here. Blood diamond's the main thing. So, wish it was a little bit more exciting. Today was a really boring day. And then Bitcoin dominance, I'm obviously really bullish on that. I think you can come down a little bit more, but I think ultimately you're going to kind of turn around here. Hopefully come up a little bit more. 16-day split our size, so could bring it down a bit. I mean, this was back here. I think it's going to be kind of like we're here, and then this would be interesting because if we're here with this 20% up, 52%, 53% right there. That could be a potential top, 53 or whatever. So I don't trade based on moon cycles. It's fun to look at. Full moon, typically it pumps. New moon, typically it dumps. Not always. If you're just trading, believe me, it's not that easy. If you're trading based on just that crap, you're not going to get very far, I don't think. We could look at algo, sure. So, I mean, like a lot of these altcoins, I mean, you got split our size, confirmed a trigger wave right there. It looks like kind of a repeat of, let me go here, hold on. Repeat of this trajectory, 10 cents. I think you could play with those lows into the next few months for potential bottom. And I think that, let's say let's just say for, a bottom for a lot of these altcoins, I want to look at like, I don't know, ADA Bitcoin, Cardano Bitcoin here. And, the trajectory for this, I think, is going to be, I mean, this was the real bottom there from that high. Not enough data on this really, but I think the general trajectory is going to bring us down farther, maybe to this area. that could be towards the end of the year, or into early next year, I think. It could be even longer too, because yeah, if you repeat, let's assume you repeat this down to here, February 2024 potentially. And if you bottom out in, let's say, June, July or something, 6 months from then, and then another 3 months would be, because it's normally like 8 months after everything bottoms out to get the altcoins to bottom out against Bitcoin. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking at. Let's look at XMR. That's really gotten hit hard too. I think a lot of these are going to continue to get hit hard. Trigger wave right there. That doesn't look good by any means in the 16-day. I would not be buying really any alts for long term right now. That looks bad. You could repeat something of this nature. I mean, into June. June could be a potential bottom for the whole market, and then Bitcoin outperforms most of the alts, peak, I could see peak like apathy in June. I wouldn't be buying any altcoins for long term right now, just me. CZ manipulates according to where liquidity is. Monero just doesn't look good right now. Maybe in 6 months, just doesn't look good at all right now. Could be wrong, not always right. Could be wrong. Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna jump a bit higher here. I'm kind of thinking we're gonna jump a bit higher. Thanks for the follow to whoever followed on Twitch. Trajectory right now, I don't know what I would do right now. It's a little bit tough, like people have been saying earlier, to trade right now. My kind of guess here would be maybe to give the long a shot. And kind of try to counter trade the people that are getting into the blood diamond. But I still consider blood diamonds to be pretty powerful signals, which could easily bring us right down to 21.7 pretty soon. So yeah, I don't know if I would mess with it. It's either going to break up and hit close to 23, or it's going to break down and hit 22, or kind of this pocket right there, that area right there between 22 and 21.7. And we just don't know. I mean, it could be, into March 8th, a few more days of this potentially, just a sideways boring this before you break up or break down. But that's what happens. A lot of volatility over the weekend. We saw this big jump up and then down, and excuse me. And yeah, this guy got hit hard. Wow. What is that down from its down 50? Wow. How's Coinbase holding up? Yeah, there have been some decent fundamentals with this. But now you're seeing post-market. What's going on here? Post-market, this is down. Interesting. My guess is down more into May, June, potentially 2023. But yeah, we'll see here. Opinions of Web3, bullish long term. Right now, not extremely bullish. Yeah, like NFTs, like everything. I think in 6 to 12 months, it's going to be the real time to get in. Between probably June to early next year. You probably won't be missing out on much, even if you waited till Q2 next year. But that's where you're kind of getting a little late to the game potentially. Let's look at how NVIDIA. So wow. We're still coming up. This has shown, the weekly here to come back down, into the brights. You didn't see that. That's the thing too. Weekly into the brights. I think that's kind of a fluke. You're not seeing that as much, on the S&P 500 here. Some of them are in the brights. We're almost getting there. We're almost getting there for it to kind of flip, bullish again. I'd say more likely it flips bullish if these kind of come back, back into the brights here. I don't think it's going to happen. And the most similar time we can compare this to is, I'm going to go back a hell of a lot here, but really it's 2001, that bear market. So yeah, and you saw it happen a few times kind of here. A lot of these got into the brights, not as much now though. So that's what's interesting. I mean, it would be wild, but I guess there's a possibility we could, come all these into the bright, but it's not. You're not there yet. You got a few more, and the thing is, if we come down, it's obviously if we come down from here and you even just come down to like 380, these are all going to turn gray again. They're all going to turn gray again. So that's what we got to worry about here. That's what we got to pay attention to here. So yeah, monthly rolling over too. Same thing for Bitcoin on these high time frames, such as the 2 week. VWAP coming down, money flow coming out. I don't know. I think she's only got a little bit, maybe another month of sideways, maybe another month in the kind of the range we've been in, but then you're probably going to start to head down here. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I changed the settings some more. There's still's an issue. I'm still using like the Xfinity hotspot rather than the regular kind of thing because there's still an issue. So I'm on my third modem. Technician came out to like fix it. It still didn't seem to work. So yeah, I mean it's a frustrating thing. It's a pretty frustrating thing, but I'm gonna try to work on it some more to see. In terms of the speed test that was working, I don't know why it was choppy. I gotta mess around with it some more, but yeah. But how it is now, I think it's pretty good. Let's see. Would I invest heavily into ETH ADA later this year if they drop heavily? Yes. I think by later this year, you're going to find out what's happening with the regulations too. GMX, yeah, we could look at that, sure. Is it brand new or? Yeah, it's a brand new one. I think, yeah. Man, that's tough to say. There's just not enough data on this. Good entry point. Well, let's see, like, probably back down to there. We'll see, though. We'll see. 1080 something. We'll see. I don't know. That's very tough to say. But I was okay. That's interesting. Yeah, well, we fixed one thing. We improved upon one thing. Sound still isn't the best. I think it's just this room has a little bit of an echo. I gotta get more. I got a bunch of soundproofing pads. I gotta buy even more, I think. Maybe do something with the ceiling too. It's just how this apartment is. You don't notice these, you know what I mean? When you look at an apartment, you can't tell, It's not something you think about. But now I know, kind of. Yeah. And then let's look at Atom. So we're still in that same thing here. Weekly, VWAP coming down, money flow coming into the red. This has been, since May of 2022, very, very choppy here. Oh man. I think your general trajectory is going to be something of this nature to make at least a lower low here. I kind of feel like you could come even lower. Like I feel like you can make a lower low than what we've seen. And because it didn't make a lower low than what it was there, which is kind of good for the project, but I'm kind of thinking you do want to make at least a little bit of a lower low sometime towards the end of the year. That's my kind of main guess here. Especially this potentially coming in deeper in the red here. 2 week hasn't even touched the red yet, so I feel like that's kind of, that may mark the bottom potentially. That's funny, Johnny, that you mentioned that. It's so funny you mentioned that. I don't know why the hell, I forget the reason why, but at this apartment you're not allowed to, like they screwed the windows shut, which you're not allowed to open the windows. But that is a good idea. Maybe I'll try to do something to get that done. Yeah, that might do that. Yeah, I forget why they don't like. The only other time I experienced that was when I was in college, and that was for kind of obvious reasons. They probably didn't want kids to throw crap out the windows. I forget why. Maybe humidity because you're in Florida. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, but I mean, you know, you complain about this, but every apartment has its quirks. I mean, if you want to, the only way to really get around that is, you know, buy a house. That one option. You could have trouble with that too, or maybe you have a you know, $20 million penthouse, something of that nature. Then you're kind of okay, you know. And so yeah. But maybe I'll figure. I mean, I could. Yeah. I think I just got to buy more soundproofing like the pads. I'm gonna buy more on Amazon and put them all over the wall. So yeah. Not something I've ever really dealt with before. Is that, guys? Is it a thing where if you like screw up a microphone in some way, like if a microphone gets old, you get it damaged somehow? I don't think this happened, but could that cause an echo, or is it just the room? I think it's just the room because yeah, somebody. I mean, I even hear myself echo a little bit when I talk in this room. So yeah. Yeah, Link, I think you're generally going to come down too. I could get a blood diamond at a 10-day here, and that could be the catalyst down to a bottom potentially if, you know, sometime between May and, yeah, just the room. Okay. Thanks, guys. The room isn't even that empty. That's the thing too. I think it's not that. I got a carpet, a green screen behind me. I got a table, soundproofing pads, a tapestry. Like, it's not that empty. But yeah. It's just how it is here. That could even turn into a blood diamond, this one on Solana. Yeah, I think generally we're going to see it, you know. We're going to see more of that trajectory downwards. Just may take more time here. Curious where that would. Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking $3 to $5 for a while in a lower low there. But yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, kind of rejecting off of that. This is coming up here. That looks not bad on the SPY too. I mean, maybe you could get up to. I think if this gets up to 430, maybe Bitcoin. That's the case for Bitcoin to go up to 27, 30K, something of that nature. So it's possible. Then from there we'll see. So yeah, but we are pumping. Yeah, I mean. So far the blood diamond, this was a nice, you know, catalyst to get out the shorts, or, you know, just to screw over, get people to start shorting, and then or close out the longs, and then now we pump up potentially. I'd probably, you know, it's a tough time to trade, but I'd probably be more inclined to try to go long back to this level just based on the general pattern here. And you can look at maybe the 30, yeah, or maybe even the, what's the highest time frame printing, green dot or whatever, maybe the 45. Yeah, because a lot of these gave you kind of what you needed. You hit the bottom, and then, yeah, that was a quick one, but still. Maybe something like that, yeah. Or I'll bring volatility. Easiest way for a beginner to using market Cipher. You got to learn it. You know, there's a lot of different stuff to do on it, a lot of different strategies, a lot of different ways. I do have a course that's really good for beginners. A lot of people have really liked. There's a link in the description below with the discount code. Also, if you guys want to trade, you can use MEXC. You don't need a VPN, no matter where you are. You know, you don't need. There's no KYC. The fees are extremely low. They even just lowered their taker fees, even more. And there are no maker fees, so no fees on limit orders. And with my link down below, there's a prize pool we're doing. It's only with my link. If you click the link below, it will tell you that as well. And you get $20 for just making an account with my link. You don't even have to deposit. And that's only if you're in the US, Canada, UK, or Australia. So, yeah. MEXC down below. MEXC is the first link down below, I believe. And Market Cipher as well. We're doing a discount code 20% off. Discount code BEAR, code 20. You got to use my link for it to work, though. Use the link down below, the bit.ly down below. So yeah, usually it's not that much off. So yeah, check that out if you're interested. So yeah, I mean that's what we're looking at right now. This kind of blood diamond there, and then the trigger. Yeah, I mean this combined, you confirm the green dot. I would say this could be one of those 4-hour blood diamonds that turns out to be a nice bear trap, and then you just pump up to the top of this. I don't know if you're going to get up higher than that, but yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. Green dot in the 12-hour has a 16 here. Same thing, I mean, hourly money flow come up. This could be, potential long up there, and just say, feud all these people trying to short based on that. That's what I'm kind of thinking right now. So yeah. Let's look at Litecoin, because that's been the main one that, I mean, what we're hoping for is something like that. I mean, history never really completely repeats, but this weekly looks just so bad in all kinds of places. I think I think that weekly is kind of gonna bring us down here to kind of those lows here again. Pandemic or that one. I think that's kind of where you're ending up for Litecoin, just not trending up with time. And this bull market just hasn't given us what we wanted here. Could come back eventually. I mean, there are some decent fundamentals with Litecoin, but yeah. And if we look at, macro is just so freaking bad. And like Doge, if you just look at the high time frames here, like the 3-week, red dot. If you look at the 2-week, double blood diamonds. I mean, it don't get much worse than that, guys. It doesn't get much worse than that. Double red dots there. That's a 16 red blood diamond. I mean, unless it's just a sick trick to fool all of us. I mean, this is going to come down a lot potentially. So yeah. Another blood diamond there in the 7-day. So I think macro still is pretty bearish. I mean, Doge fork Doge. Wow, heard about the ETH fork coming, the Shanghai thing, where a lot of it's going to be unstaked and people would potentially sell. So yeah, I mean that could bring ETH down. I think ETH is going to continue to bleed against Bitcoin. Been putting up a fight, putting up a real boring, sideways. We've been kind of trending sideways against Bitcoin since May of 21, aside from this jump down. So that's going on 2 years now, and yeah, I mean that's your technical target around there. I think you will eventually get to probably this area. It is a big drop down. That's the thing. Like that's a 53. Yeah, I mean I don't know, maybe some 44% drop down. So yeah, Kusamo. Yeah, you click the link down below for MEXC. It's the first link. That is the it should come up with a referral code. The referral code should be in the URL. Oh, and I forgot to mention, guys, I do have an exclusive Discord with exclusive TA and some trade signals, all of that. A lot of people have really liked it. We are not right 100% of the time. We've done well in there for the most part. And if you sign up to MEXC, BitGet or BITGET, any of them down below, I'd recommend doing MEXC now. and deposit at least $100, you'll get one free month. And my access to Discord. Just shoot me a DM on Discord with your email or the UID you used. So yeah. Kusama, I mean, yeah, it looks like, split our size there. It looks like you're going to repeat one of these the general pattern we've been seeing, something of this nature down to kind of that bubble pop pattern. I mean, potentially down there. Yeah. And next big place, $10. Kind of looks like you can come down quite a bit more here. There are some good fundamentals on this. I think keep an eye on it. H bar, yeah. So let's see here. Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately you're going to play around with at least this bottom in the next few months. Very split RSIs, 7-day confirmed. Yeah, I think you're going to come down. I mean, if we just look at, I don't know if it's going to be that bad. That was a rough trajectory, but could be. Yeah, a little bit lower here. I don't think you'd come down to a cent though, but yeah. Let's just look at regular real estate, because out of what Fox Business is saying, real estate's going to crash. Kind of indicative of dead cat bounce. Usually whenever he's saying it's going to crash, usually you get a little bit of a bounce. That looks bad. That looks pretty bad in the 7-day. I mean, if we're halfway through this mess, say we're halfway through this mess, say that was the general halfway point right there. Let's see here. Yeah. That would bring prices down theoretically to what they were towards the low of COVID. That would bring us back a while. I think you can get that low in a bad recession, yeah. More of a gradual decrease. When would that be? August. I mean, that's more of a hard landing case. If a soft landing would take longer. Near, let's take a look at that. Yeah, it's obviously been a more popular one. Man, this has been down since, yeah. August, yeah. It may be on my radar if we could get down. I'm kind of thinking this area as a bottom. Kind of these areas, $1, 50% down or more. That's a higher market cap too, I believe. Curious about helium. Let's see if we can find something with more data. Yeah, I mean, I think 2 to 3 more, at least one more yellow X here down to that kind of area. Blood diamond there. I mean, I'd stay hell away from that because of this. I mean, macro is still very bearish for this whole market. Macro is bearish, guys. Now we're coming back down in Bitcoin. I mean, even if we do come up a little bit more here, macro is still pretty bearish. Very bearish, I should say. And it won't be as bearish in middle of the year. I think in middle of the year is where it starts to get we get a little bit more close to the bottom, I think. We'll see though. We got to keep an eye on things. Excuse me. Rum? I don't know what that is. Oh. Is it? Yeah. So that one, yeah. I think in the recession, it generally will keep coming down with the blood diamond there. What is the market cap on this? $3 billion. Hard to say. It's kind of new, but I would probably stay away from it for at least 6 months here. You're probably just going to repeat a trajectory downward next. So, yeah. There are some promising signs. I mean, you do have the bullish dip there. I don't really mind that. That's coming down, making a lower low there. Yeah. And then Tesla. Yeah, Tesla. I wanted to keep an eye on some of the big boys. I mean, I think you're going to see a general trajectory downward from this jump up. They're lower in their prices, which probably get more sales, but that don't mean it's going to do too well. Let's see. So Can you only leverage trade with? No, you could use leverage trade with Bitcoin pairs and other stuff. It's usually the easiest just to use USDT. But if you think Tether is going down, you'd probably use Bitcoin. Let's see. Did it come out in 09? I thought it was 2010. Maybe it was 09. I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Appreciate the follow to whoever follow. Let's see. Oh yeah, we gotta look at gold, which is starting to make a comeback here. Healthy correction, starting to make a comeback. I could see with, let's look at, that looks pretty good on the 3-day. I like that. Trigger wave there. You're about to get a green trigger wave there on that 3-day. Could be like, ooh, I like this. I like this. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing here. We could make a new all-time high pretty soon. Into May. Yeah, especially as you get into the recession. Once they admit there's a recession, bam, maybe see a big jump up. I like what I'm seeing there. Other thing too I wanted to show you, I'll show you like in a second. But bullish div right there on your daily. 2-day green dot, 3-day about to. Let's see the 2-day deep anchor wave here. Yeah, kind of hard to say exactly. We get a lot of these, but I would kind of guess a trajectory upward, like that. If you repeat something like this up to this pocket right here, 25 into June, into the summer. I think we got some good months. I think you're gonna do well this year. So yeah, and it's a weekly there. It's coming up too. Yeah. Silver versus Bitcoin. Let's see here. Curious about, because you're about to get the green dot on the. So obviously it always long term has always bled, but about to get the green dot there. I don't think it's going to be as something like this. I'm kind of thinking because maybe one more high. You could get back to these areas too. Let's do that. I feel like and that's another. Because if Bitcoin keeps going down towards it, another 100% potentially. That would be 400% outperforming. Maybe it could be 600%. NASDAQ versus gold, .com bubble, was 500%. And then it kept going higher, so we'll see. Any tips on day trading? Have a good strategy, risk management, determine how much you're going to lose if the trade doesn't go your way. Don't get too emotional. That's what I would say. Listen to your own TA. Don't listen to some random person. But yeah. And now we're coming back down. Now we're coming back down a bit. So I know somebody said we were in a dump before. Maybe they're right. So yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. So yeah. Let's see. So we looked at what else? Oh yeah, the Treasury. I wanted to look at the was it TNT? What was the 20-year Treasury? TLT. Yeah, this is the one a lot of people have looked at. And yeah. People are thinking it's going to come back. They might be right. A lot of people talking about these with, the 10-year Treasury. That's not even. I'm going to look at M2. Who's that? M2 money. Yeah, money supply. Keeps going up. And now we're seeing, with the interest rates rising, it's starting to come down slightly here. But if you just look at, yeah, since it's just always kind of, let's look at the monthly on this, it just always goes up. Just always pretty interesting. You do get red dots or whatever here. That's interesting. Yeah, we didn't have much money back in 62. Only 320 billion. Keeps going up. This is a pretty steep decline though. But if you look at, the big thing a lot of people like to look at is, you know, SPX, M2. And ultimately that topped out in 2000, which was kind of the end of where, this is kind of where we just start like printing money, just living on debt, printing money, you know, just, you have good credit and you're just letting that ride for now, and then it's eventually going to blow up in your face. This looks pretty bad. I'm just trying to think here. Stock market went up here, you know, outperformed it there. Does it continue? I don't know. I think it may start to bleed, and I think that's kind of what you need. I mean, ultimately, if we're halfway through this mess here, I think it's going to be more like this area. You know, if we're halfway through this mess, you would end up somewhere between there and somewhere between there, and that wouldn't even, you know, that would still be a decent decline for the SPY. Could be less than that, but yeah. And this was, yeah, this bar was so low, 208. Thing two, curious about like some of the ETH pairs. Cardano ETH, not really enough data there, but hitting some major support. This might be a decent pair. And then, curious about Sol ETH. Another blood diamond. Yeah, a lot of these are probably going to continue to bleed against ETH, I think. So yeah, that's what we're looking at right there. Maybe roll over on this. I mean, I'm curious what we could, okay, so we hit this area. The deeper, yeah, you hit the point, the deeper kind of 15-minute trigger waves kind of give you what you need here for the scalp longs. I still think we could kind of, it's going to confirm in 24 minutes. Oh, it's not even, blood diamond on Heiken's not even a regular one, it's not a strong one. Maybe we pump in the next 20 minutes, we'll see. Money flow looks like it wants to come up too a bit. So yeah. I'm curious about, I want to look at coin a lot, coin analyze. Because people have been talking about, you know, manipulation, you know, all that type of stuff going on. And yeah, let's see here. So we got it on the, we want to open up, let's go here, and then we want to open up the CVD as well. Or, yeah, it's fine, I think. Actually, I want to do the one with the stable. Yeah, I like the Mart, yeah. So, what does this tell us? So, right now we have in the, you know, here, kind of just following. So, price is going up, you know, as aggregate overage is going up. So, that kind of means that, oh, this is interesting. Yeah, that's going up as price is going up. So it's kind of just people opening longs, bringing us up here. And this is going down, so it's kind of creating a divergence. That's creating somewhat of a divergence. So let's see if we can draw. Okay, so it's coming up higher. Well, this is coming down lower. So yeah, that's somewhat of a divergence. That would be kind of bearish, I feel like. I feel like that would be bearish. I got to study this some more. It's a lot to remember. But once you ingrain it in your mind, then you do remember. But yeah, I mean, still with that blood diamond, that's the main bearish case right there. And then, yeah, this is, you do a 2-day green dot on a lot of these. I mean, what's this going to give you? That's more the bullish case. It could roll over here, but confirms that day. US oil. So, oh, this is a different one than that. Is this the USO? Yeah, that's creeping back up too. I think as long as these stay more, I want to look at cattle too. I think the Fed's gonna be, I mean, I think you're getting to that point where these are gonna start to come down, not really just because we're coming into recession. That's totally gonna, that's what starts to bring inflation down. So I think that's gonna start to come down. Curious about Exxon, the ones that have just been, yeah, I think we're, I mean, I know I've said this before and been wrong based on kind of money flow coming on the weekly stuff like that nature. But I think based on the monthly bearish div and the 2-week here starting to really come down here, I think you probably are going to come down more, just indicative of entering the recession. Same with Chevron. I think you're going to, yeah, finally. Monthly bearish div there. I mean, here it worked. Here it worked. Yeah, that was, you know, there it worked too. There it didn't, you know, it took time, but you know, I think you're going to get that. And these are pretty big drops down typically, you know. Maybe something like that nature, come back down to 98. I could see that. And when would that bring you? April 2024? Maybe. Maybe into there. That's a big drop down though. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, we are in a big, yeah, I forgot to mention that. I forgot to, let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, the bear pennant we got to talk about. Bear pennant on Bitcoin. So yeah, I would say that's more of a bear pennant. I mean, the bull and bear pennant, kind of that technical analysis thing. I'm not the biggest traditional TA guy, but that's kind of just when you're make a big move, then you go sideways, and then I think how it is you repeat the same move or whatever. So it would bring you to there, which would make sense. There's a lot of stuff there. So you're still in that bear pennant. The 4 hour would bring you down theoretically. 4 hour would bring you down. CVD, I would say, the way I'm interpreting it on Coinalyze is more bearish. So yeah, I mean, to be fully transparent with you guys, I did have a long end from last Friday in the exclusive Discord, and I closed it out for like a small loss because of that 4 hour blood diamond, and I was just getting so impatient with this. I might as well just focus on, other swing trades and other stuff like that. I've been in a lot of swing trades for a while here that are doing pretty well so far, not bad. And yeah, if you guys are interested, link in the description below. Also, if you sign up to, people ask me about exchanges. MEXC is a really good exchange. All the three down below are really good. Bybit has the highest trading volume. I'd say that's probably the most trustworthy overall, been around the longest. BitGet's very good as well. MEXC is like the new up-and-comer that's really good. You don't need to use a VPN. It's not even like, it's just because regulators haven't even got to them yet. It's completely legal to use without a VPN. Like there's just regulators haven't got to them yet. They will eventually, if it's like any of the other exchanges. But yeah, and if you use my link down below, I've been in contact with them, really nice people. If you use my link down below, you're going to get $20. You don't even have to deposit, just $20. You can use that to practice, to play around with the exchange. I think that's a really good feature there. If you're in the US, Canada, Australia, or US or the UK, you can get that. Also, there's a competition to get $500 with my link down below. You get a big bonus if you deposit there as well. The fees are extremely low. They have like the lowest fees, especially for limit orders, completely free. Even market orders are pretty cheap there. So I would say that's the best exchange to use right now. You also, obviously there's always going to be risks in putting money on exchanges. So yeah. Oh yeah, on Twitch you can't even freaking do the links. But I'll put it in the chat. Yeah, it's hard to do the links in the chat on MEXC. Let me see. What's up, Nightshade? Let me just let's see here. Let me just I'll put in the link for MEXC right here. Yeah, Twitch you can't. Here's a link for MEXC if you guys are interested. I think it's gonna go to both. It should, I hope. Oh, am I not able to even post in the Twitch thing? Oh my god, that sucks. using a restream here, but I'm not even able to. Jeez. Oh well. That's not the end of the world. But yeah. What's up, Nightshade? Not too much. We talked about stuff for probably over an hour now. Talked about a lot of stuff. CVD is kind of bearish. This bear pennant, it kind of looks like we're going to break out downward. Blood diamond would be a good case to break downward that way. The more bullish case is based on the daily split RSIs. This coming up here, I guess there could be a potential hidden bullish div. I'm not really seeing it though. So yeah, and also I guess on the real short time frames, hourly does look kind of bullish. These have just been kind of sideways, but yeah, now we're coming back down. So the thing is, I want to look at CVD just a little bit more here. And let me just, let me go into, where is it, Bitcoin? Yeah, I know. Yeah, all right, this is fine. And if we look at like the 1 minute here, zoom out a little bit, so we have price kind of from here generally coming down, or wait, no, what was I trying to do? Yeah, from price from here is coming up generally. CVD from there is coming down. That's a divergence. It's a CVD divergence. So that would kind of bring you bearish, I think. And then open interest is showing you a lot of, from here, things are starting to open up. That wouldn't tell me too much right now, but DM for the link. Okay, I will send you the link on Discord, Bruta Crypto. I'll send you the link. Okay, check Gala, sure. So Gala, I believe, I'm gonna sound stupid if I'm wrong on this. It's a gaming one. I think a pretty popular gaming one, and I think there's some decent fundamentals behind it. And look at that pattern. Red dot, yellow X down. Red dot, yellow X down. Red dot. I think you're gonna kind of come down a bit more here. And yeah, I mean, that would be kind of the trajectory. I think it more of a gradual, I would mainly guess something of this nature. Lower low into the summer. I think that's definitely possible here. I think that's a big, big possibility there. So yeah. And yeah, coming up a little bit. I got some snake eyes, but it doesn't mean too much to me. It's a newer one. Let's see. Let's see. Netflix, that's starting to come back down. Yeah, one of the big pumpers. And then, yeah, I think with the split RSIs too, it just does not look good, especially on that weekly. Weird. Usually 7 days more similar to the weekly. That looks different. But yeah, and probably the 2 week, I feel like on this is going to look atrocious. Not as bad as I thought, but still coming down with the money flow. What was like some of the other ones that... Oh yeah, I want to look at Zcash. Zcash, I mean, I used to be more bullish on it, but I just can't find... The problem with this is there's just not enough of a reason to be lately. Because the 2 week looks so bad here. Like, we'll see where this is in 6 months. But yeah, this looks like god-awful, you know what I mean? It's almost like a good short, good swing short here potentially, but we'll see. We'll reevaluate this in 6 months. I think there's, for the privacy coins and Monero too, I think there's a good fundamental. I think there's a lot of fear with this with regulation coming up. That's why these are probably going to keep going down for a lot of this year. VRA, yeah, I know VRA. I'm familiar with VRA. VRA has been around quite a bit. Well, not real long, but yeah, so. The thing here, very split RSIs, this doesn't look good by any means. I think it's going to be like a lot of the rest of the market come down to a lower low, potentially 1 cent or 1/10 of a cent towards middle to late this year, I'm kind of thinking. And that's a general trajectory I'm looking at in a lot of this, circling kind of the red dots there. Could be like that in a lot of ways, Let's do it from the high. I'm curious where... Yeah, I mean, kind of there. I mean, you're not really hitting anything until 1/10 of a cent, unfortunately. So yeah, Zcash has been around a while, I think. Yeah. YFI, let's take a look. I've heard of this. Yeah, this is the one that's like insanely highly priced for no logical reason, right? Yeah, it does look good there. There's not enough data really on this to make a good, like, I don't know, you know, this is against UST, what? UST, geez. Yeah, I don't, yeah, it's just, it hasn't been around long enough to really say much about. I would think you just roll over, come back to these levels, but we'll see. Let's see, Ren we can look at. I've heard of this one. I know this one. I don't really know it too well, but yeah. I mean, my main guess here is, yeah, you got the bullish div there. Yeah, some of these, you guys are finding some interesting stuff. I just don't, with the way the altcoins are, I don't know if I would mess with it right now. But the thing, too, that you want to be looking for, especially on some of these ones, wait till these EMAs turn bright. That's where you'd want to look. And now, for now, I think, you know, it's just going to roll over or something potentially like that to get to those lower areas. That's where you want to look to get in. Yeah, Tether. Yeah. Tether boasting that. Tether dominance could go higher here. Tether dominance is looking more bullish too. Let's look at VChain, sure. So, yeah, the weekly split RSI's red dot, you know, it kind of reminds me of this. And that's where you come down to like 1.5 cents, those areas. You could come even lower for this. You know, I don't like these split RSIs one bit. I mean, I guess it's kind of similar to what you saw, you know, back here. Or, well, it's, yeah, it's like pandemic. This is if you think it's going to crash, that would be the kind of thing. Just rip the Band-Aid off, hard landing in May or something, April, May, which could happen. Could happen. Kind of feeling like that more so that might happen with this S&P 500 too, especially like a sell in May, you know, April, May, sell in May type thing. We'll see. Let's see here. That was VChain. Tesla. Appreciate the follow. We looked at Gala. We could look at Glamour. I mean, it's kind of the same. There's so many of these cryptos, man. Actually, let's look at QNT. I know that one better. I don't like the name of it, but red dot in the 2 week. This doesn't look good, guys. Curving downward here. Yeah. I mean, my guess would be something of this nature. You know, into sometime mid-year. You could easily come right back down to 50. Let's look at this one quickly. Yeah, that's a bleeder, man. This looks like ICP. I'm not even gonna... 18 cents maybe? I don't know. Yeah, it's like, just like, it reminds me, this looks so bad too. Ugh. This looks like freaking, I mean, I don't want to say it's going to do this, but I mean, this could go to zero, this one, $2, I don't know. Render, oh man. Let's see. That was a potential short I was looking to do. Playing out well so far. That looks bad in all sorts of places, yeah. I think this is heading back down to 50, 40 cents here. This I'm not gonna, it's too small of a market cap, no reason to do. I've never heard of this one. It's been around a while though. It's got to be a video game or something. Blood Diamond, I don't know. Not too good, guys. Not looking too good. I think it's coming down to that area. Let's see. Let's see, OP. This one was one that really pumped up. I think it's done because we hit this area, bearish divs. Yeah, there's a lot of signs this could be done. And this crap, that's a bleeder, yeah. Cardano. So I think the only thing bullish on Cardano is it's Cardano versus ETH pair right now. I mean, it depends what kind of trade you're in. Are you in a scalp long? Are you in, like, what are you trying to do with this right now? That would be my main question. But yeah. In terms of the bear pennant, that's your technical target right there, yeah. Bear pennant. Did the 6 minutes to confirm there? I think it's good. Usually they always confirm, unless you'd have to pump up a good amount pretty soon. Usually they always confirm when they're this close, any sign. 6 minutes is not. We'd have to come up a good amount. Is there regular back to? Yeah, it's back to. That's going to confirm too. There's a 5. Yeah, nothing there yet. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what Cardano does. I probably wouldn't take that trade, but that's just me. This isn't financial advice. And by the way, guys, if you want to trade, link down below to MEXC, really good exchange. Any of the exchanges down below, if you use my link and deposit at least $100 and send me the email or UID with a DM on Discord, I will give you a free month in the exclusive Discord. Exclusive TA, trade entries, mainly in crypto, talk about stocks, commodities as well, a good amount. So yeah, a lot of people really like to check that out. If you guys are really new, I do have a really good beginner trading course down below as well. Shows you how to use market cipher, risk management, trading psychology, all that good stuff. There's a discount code down below with it, so check that out. Also, if you guys are not familiar with market cipher, it's the indicator I use. It's my favorite one, the best one I think. There's a link in the description below, 20% off with my link and the bonus code down below. If you want, yeah, it's usually more. It's usually only like 15 or 10% off, so check that out if you are interested with the code, only with my link in the code. So you guys, I think I'm going to get off. I'm probably going to wait. Yeah, I want to wait till this confirms. Well, we'll just do some like TA in the really low time frames here, and then I'm going to call it a night. But call it a night. It's 6, 7 p.m. I'm going to get off. But yeah, I mean 15 minutes. It's really choppy coming back into the red here. I feel like after this kind of little, stock market jump we saw today, well, not even, did it close freaking up 9? Oh no, that's futures. Let's see. Yeah, it's just more and more bearish stuff. What do you guys think of Google's CEO? I don't know much about him. He seems kind of weird to me. Five more till new daily candle. Yeah, there is a MEXC token. I mean, like that with any, the exchange tokens are riskier to begin with, I would say. Let's see, take a look. Yeah, it just keeps bleeding. Exchange tokens, obviously. I mean, none of them have been to. I mean, the most successful one was this, and it's down, to oblivion now. Double bottom pattern, anyone maybe. Now you got another blood diamond. So crypto.com could be in trouble with this. I think they may be even okay if this goes to 0 though. They seem more prepared, but yeah. Also collecting time frames, still bearish potentially. Yeah. Let's see. So there's that right there, and yeah, I'm seeing this, that same area that we're playing around with right now. I mean, on the really low time frames here, yeah, money flow coming out in the 1 minute, 15 second, choppy. But yeah. It's coming on the 10 hour. That's coming down there, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be more bearish than this one. I'm kind of leaning more on the bear camp right now. 2 more minutes, and then daily, that's, yeah, 2 more minutes, same thing. Daily, you're not going to, well, we'll see what happens as it, 2 minutes. Start the countdown, guys. Gotta put on some music or something. But, yeah. See here. Music's gonna pump us. Thanks so much, Crypto Bull. Oh, Jason Casper has the pump song. Makes the price pump. That's how it works. I don't know. That's some weird. What's going on? $40. We're rejecting from VWAP. Yeah, we're rejecting from that point right there. Yeah, that VWAP. The other thing too that, wait till this confirms, see. Yeah, this is confirmed. Here we go, red candle, and then the daily too, I believe. So new daily. So we came up a little bit closer with the VWAP. About to get to that red, or excuse me, green dot there. Didn't happen yet, but yeah. And yeah, let's see. So the other thing I wanted to show you guys that I was keeping an eye on, DBSI and Market Cipher. Not as much the numbers, but the line. So this was landed cores kind of strategy. When it's green, you're looking for, okay, this is, why is this weird clicking going on? Yeah, there's some weird sounds issues. Yeah, there's some weird sound issue. Yeah, well, some weird echo. But yeah, when this is like, these are, so it's generally like a bullish pattern when on the hourly when this is green, and then a more bearish pattern when it's red. So especially from there, from red to green. Yeah, so what you want to look for, you're looking for shorts when it's red, and you're looking for longs when it's green. So red, looking for shorts, you know, blood diamond could be one of them there. I'm curious, I want to backtest this just a teeny tiny bit. Let's say if we, okay, I'm curious about that. I want to backtest these blood diamonds on the 4 hour. Backtest a few of these blood diamonds. This could be a new kind of strategy here. Okay, so let's do this one. Let's do that one. And then, I don't know, let's, yeah, because, let's do a couple more. I don't know what I'm doing, but, no, I know what I'm doing, but I don't know the outcome. Okay. Now let's go to the hourly. Let's take a look here. Take a look-see. So, we were in the red there, and that's, okay. So that one didn't work. That's the blood diamond didn't work. Okay, so strategy would not work so far. And then we were in the green here. And okay, we're in the red in this one. This one didn't really work. Well, kind of. He has stop loss above there for some. Kinda. And Yeah, you gotta really go freaking back. There. There we were in the red. Okay, yeah, this strategy is already nullified. Completely nullified. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. Sometimes you find new strategies or something, but that would not a good example. And so far we've done nothing since the candle closed. So yeah. And yeah, let's see there. So that one. Yeah, I'm gonna get going, but yeah, boring price action. Main thing here, we'll see if this bearish pennant breaks down, bear pennant breaks down. We'll see if these EMAs turn completely gray on the daily, or if we're able to pump up before then. And with the 4-hour blood diamond, I think it's a little bit more likely we come down there, but we'll see. Daily would be the bullish case, or yeah, the daily would be the bullish case, and the hourly coming up here. So, hey guys, hope you have a good one. Check out the link to MEXC down below. If you MEXC is the best bonus right now. There's a contest for $500 if you trade. Also, if you deposit $100 and tell me that you did with your email or your UID on there, I will give you 1 free month in exclusive Discord. The exclusive Discord is $50 a month. Link in the description below. It's through Patreon, but you need to be in my free Discord before. And I think it's a really good value. A lot of really good TA. I think we have had some really good trades in there. Do have a course for beginners down below as well. And yeah, let's see. What else is there? Yeah, all the exchanges down below are good. MEXC's no limit fees, really low market fees, and you don't need to use a VPN. And only with my link, you get $20 free. You don't even have to deposit. Just sign up with my link at $20 free, only if you're in the US, Canada, Australia, or the UK. All right, guys, have a good one.